Our mission in Liberia is just to see what's going on, see what's taking place in the medical sector. We've been able to send 4 containers already to Liberia, and we have 2 more on their way, and we just want to make sure that what we're sending is being used in the local communities to reach the poor and disadvantaged with medical health care who cannot afford it. And so that's why we're blessing the people here in Liberia with the supplies that we've sent.
Why you chose Liberia?
We chose Liberia because of a gentleman by the name of Othello. Othello grew up in Liberia, left during the war, and chose to come to America, or was sent to America as a refugee. He works in our warehouse, and before Ebola hit in 2014, he says, I want to help the country of Liberia out. I want to see supplies come in. And he said, I want you to meet my pastor who can make some connections. That connection never took place until after September of 2014 during the Ebola crisis. And you guys know how it was here on the ground. You guys were in need. And what we were able to do is link up with a gentleman by the name of George Everett. And he is the pastor of Othello's church. From there, he introduced us to Honorary Cy Joseph. And Honorary Cy Joseph began the partnership with us to be able to send supplies into Liberia. And then he introduced us to Fubi, who has continued the process of receiving the containers. So we've sent a total of 4 containers and 2 more on the way, filled with wheelchairs, walkers, exam gloves, personal protection items, nursing supplies, all kinds of items that a clinic or hospital would use. And our goal is that each one helps the poor and disadvantaged out here in Liberia. But also the other containers we send around the world, those that make a difference too in reaching the poor and disadvantaged. We've been able to send to Ghana, Liberia, Morocco, Sierra Leone, the Marshall Islands, Cambodia. Each container is filled with items that change lives, touch lives. And our goal is we improve the health care 1 box at a time here in Liberia.
What have been your impressions since you've been visiting clinics around the distribution?
Some clinics are needing a lot of work. Others, seem to be better than others. But most of all, I see laboratory items needed in each clinic. I've only seen, I think, 1 clinic that I would say is prepared to be an actual lab and treat everything that they would like to treat. Everybody else needs more supplies. I see labor and delivery rooms needing to have better beds for the expectant mothers who are delivering. Us guys, we're not going through that. But imagine your girlfriend, your wife, your sister, a loved one, a friend, giving birth on some of these beds that are at the clinics and the hospitals. It should be a joyous time, a time of celebration as that new life comes about. And we need to make that a happy time for the mother, for the baby, and for the entire family and the entire community. So our goal is to provide quality medical equipment and supplies to the poor and disadvantaged.
Finally, is it the last stop? Are you going to continue with this as an organization?
On this physical trip, or
on the supply sending to Liberia?
Our goal is to continue to send supplies as long as we have the supplies and you guys need the supplies. Everything that we receive is donated by hospitals, clinics, individuals in the Seattle, Washington area in the United States. We don't buy any of these supplies that you saw at this clinic. Those are all donated. And those supplies, as long as they're coming in, we have them to give out. We're going to continue sending containers. We're going to continue blessing people around the world.
So what is the process for one to get a container from you to carry on such distribution?
So what we do is we have what's called a partner profile. We study and learn about each group, each location. And in each country, we try to have one contact that we're working with. That way, it's one central gate that's being worked on for sending the supplies, and not many different avenues. So, for a particular area, there's not 6 containers coming at once. We're able to control the flow, make sure that things are being used, and things are, making a difference here in the communities.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
If we are to change our conditions, we have to be in the forefront and helping to change the conditions instead of just criticizing. And also, we have this quote that we also use in our brochure: if you cannot use your current position in life to touch the lives of others positively, then life is not worth living. So we say, how can we be of help to touch people's lives, to lift people from one level to another? And healthcare is a priority everywhere. if you are not healthy, you can't do anything. So we're saying how care is affordable to all. And we are glad that we had a partner in the Gateway Medical Alliance that are ready to send these items. So we say we also open our gates to be that same gateway. So through that's just a channel, whatsoever they have, as I said, it's free of charge, a gift from the people of America. So we also use it and bring it also free of charge to the community clinics, because if we can get these things to these clinics as a form of subsidy, people or patients that cannot afford, we say if you don't have money in your pocket, that should not stop you from having access to health care. So the whole essence is, regardless of whether you have money or not, you should still have access to health care when you are sick. So our goal is to, how do we help to partner and see that we take advantage of the goodwill gesture around the world and bring it back to the country to improve the lives of people and to also make people have better lives and change the situation around. And the Fubi Foundation also is into several other items, into agriculture, into education. So it's the same thing, how do we help to live lives and turn lives around so that people in the communities can be able to take advantage of their own lives and turn their story around so that they can move ahead. So those are just some of the few things that we do at the Fubi Community Foundation level. And we're glad that our partner, Gateway Medical Alliance, is here to help, especially with the healthcare issue, so that we can all make Liberia a better place. So that if people are sick in Liberia, you don't need to leave from here to go Ghana for treatment. You should be able to take that treatment right here. So that's the essence. So over a period of time, as you said, 2 more containers on the way. In April will arrive. And we looking forward to seeing a steady improvement in the health sector over a period of time with this partnership.
Okay.
Thank you.
See you soon, buddy.